I know I used to think that in my past life I must have been like the pet to Satan or something because my life was just shit. But lately it's been seeming more and more like a prank. You know, I was just pranked into believing that my past life was shit. I must be like super blessed in my that's where I was getting at. I'm super blessed in my past life because I don't even know when the turn. Actually, you know what? That's a fucking lie. Meeting Nova was a turning point in my life. That made me from going pleb to like super blessed. No cap. Yeah, it was definitely meeting him. Something about. Oh yeah, you don't know the story, Al, but you will at some point know who Nova is. We'll get into it. Long story short, Nova was the. God, do I even call him a person anymore? Like I gotta call him a magician. He was the first wizard I've met in reality. And you're like, oh, he's a wizard. No, like, I mean this, I say this to you. Where's my fucking, we'll show you all serious I am. Let me put my heart rate sensor on so you can fucking look me in the eyes while I tell you the truth. I know all this must seem real strange right now because you don't know what I'm about to tell you. But once you hear what I have to tell you, you're going to be like, wow, that makes literally no sense. Where is my... I just realized all that shit's gone. Wait. Achievement overlay. No. I'm in my heart rate. Oh, there it is. Fixed. Okay, so... Where was I when I started this tangent? Oh yeah, Nova. First literal wizard I've met on Earth. Long story short, met a guy, became best friends, brother from another mother type level. Him and I were growing with each other, him teaching me things that I didn't even know I could learn, both as a person and slowly spiritually. Was always an agnostic, like with our thoughts, or I'm sorry, agnostic, show me to believe it, whereas he was, with our thoughts we make the world, you know, we are gods in this reality. That's his mindset. That was mine when we met. Random happen chance conversation one day. We're both tripping balls in my room. He says, "What would you do if you died?" I say, "I'll come back as a ghost." He'll say he says he'll come back as my cat. We describe the kind of cat he would come back as if he were to like die. Fast forward 6 months, we get into a huge fight. We were supposed to have plans for my birthday party. Because we were fighting, the plans fell through. And a direct result of those plans falling through led him to have someone else drive him to a place that I was originally supposed to drive him. And that person flipped the car, killed my homie, killed the passenger, survived. And then 2 weeks after homie's funeral, the exact fucking cat that he said he would become if he died showed up at my sister's doorstep asking to be brought in. And that's just the beginning of it. That isn't even... That's short selling the whole experience. He showed up as this small little cat, and it was immediate. As soon as I saw this cat and it saw me, my world crumbled. All of the thoughts I had on reality and what I believed was a solid structure of how like life worked, just literally like someone put fucking C4 underneath it and just hit a button. I just stopped believing in everything. Because he literally told me he would do it, and like, what are the odds? Am I supposed to say it's a coincidence, right? That a fucking orange cat, matching the exact description homie said he would become if he were to die, just shows up and randomly at my sister's house ends up in my care. Am I supposed to just say that's a coincidence? You feel me? His ashes are around my neck. And like when I picked up this little cat, the cat put his paw on my necklace and just looked at my fucking soul and was like, back. Bruh. I get goosebumps just telling the story. Like, it blew my entire conceptual reality up. I went from being this like regular old pleb with like, I wouldn't say closed-minded box, but like I lived in a box, you feel me? And I was able to step out of the box when presented with a reason to do so. Nova died and did the whole weird cat bullshittery, and it was like the box just grew, and I am in it still, but it is so much larger than I originally thought it was. And I'm just now beginning to see all of the invisible threads that tie reality and everyone in it together. It's a mindfuck. If we go into philosophy discussions, I will literally talk your fucking ear off. We will be here all day because of all the weird shit that I've put together ever since experiencing his death, and then the ensuing chaos that was the cat, and just the general sense of reality with the cat. You feel me? Because he was not a normal cat. Nova was probably the biggest yellow non-cat I've ever met in my life. Like, I've never met a lazier fucking street cat. Like, it was incredible. Everyone who ever met this cat, and I told the story to, would then try to like see him in a different light, and everyone has always come to the same consensus: is that's an old soul, that's not a normal cat, you know, like that's not like a street cat. Jack, you'll see my other little boy running around here at some point. Jack's an outdoor street cat. Like, he found me the same way Nova did. He just showed up at my door asking to be adopted, but he's very clearly a like outdoor cat that just found his new home inside. Like, he's got that like fierce cat instinct energy. Nova was straight up like a person who knew he was a cat and fucking hated it. He hated being a cat so much. He just did it to prove a point. He literally died and came back as my cat to prove a point to me, and then vanished 3 years afterwards. And that's where he's left me. He's laughing. As I'm telling you the story, he's laughing. Because he's like, I'm never really gone. I'm always here. That's literally what he always would say. You know, but after having the cat for 3 years, I shit you not, it's actually really funny. Deuce, if you're still listening, Synchronize is coming to visit today. Synchronize is a homie from Jersey, right? He just like randomly is like, oh, by the way, I'm coming tonight.
We're
cool.
just getting started.
You're supposed to be coming tomorrow, so you guys will basically be passing ships in the wind. Actually, you might see him in the morning for breakfast. If you decide to come for that shit shower and breakfast, you actually might see him. Wait, no. Yes, he's coming Friday night. I'm tripping now. It's Thursday. Let me go ask. Nah, you're not gonna even pass each other. They're coming tonight into tomorrow, and you're coming tomorrow into Saturday. Close. But back where I was, it was like a year and 4 months ago to the day, Synchronize came over from a visit in Jersey, and like my life had just started to get like right back to where it needed to be. Like, my work was good, my home situation was good stability wise, my pets were all happy, I was happy, I no longer suffered with the loss of him as a physical person. He was, like I said, bored as a cat, so I started teaching him to go outside more, and he liked going outside, and I could see he was branching off from me little by little, and like going out later, coming back less, but always coming back. Like, it was a very ritualistic thing. Check this shit out. This is when I say fuckery of the universe. I have literal, my hairs are standing on end as I tell you the story. This is when I knew that I was connected, or somehow motherfucker is like pulling strings behind the curtain and just giving me a small peep show, you know, to like what's really happening. This is what I mean when I say the strings that pull us all. Because again, is this supposed to be just a huge coincidence, right? I'm about to tell you how Nova disappeared, and you tell me if it's just a coincidence, all right? So I start teaching him to go outside more. He's like an indoor-outdoor cat. He's loving it. The first time we attempted this, he like hid from me for like an hour, and I fucking lost it. I started freaking out. Like, I fucking Nova, my cat. Like, I was not okay with him being gone. You feel me? And I think he knew that. It was like the first test because he wanted to leave. You feel me? He wanted to like teach me what I needed to learn and then piece it because he needed to do other things, right? So that fails. We get to this place. Everything's really situated. We have like an outdoor forest right here. I'm letting him go out and like venture off into the forest, come back every day for food. Nick's coming over. Synchronize is coming over from Jersey. We got all the cats here. Everything's situated. About 2 weeks before that visit, her and I are driving home one day, and we watched a cat get run over. Like, some random cat just ran in front of the car that was driving in front of us. That car hit it, kept going, didn't even stop. We stopped, pulled over, like, checked the cat out. No collar, no way for us to identify it. It looked like someone owned it, but like, it's fucking like 11 o'clock at night. I'm holding a dead fucking cat, poop coming out of the cat body in my hand. Like, what am I supposed to do? So we just like pulled it to the side of the road, cried a little bit, and like drove home. And we thought about real hard, holy shit, that could have been Nova. Like it seriously dawned on us like that literally could have been our
That's
cat.
quite a bit to think about.
And I kid you not, the thought went into our minds. We talked it, and we were like, nah, that's not gonna happen to him. And in the back of my mind, I basically said, even if you weren't to come home, I'm okay now. Like it didn't cause me that pit of my feeling stomach wise that like he would be gone and never come back, right? And I think that's key for what happens next, because that experience happens, we're like, nah, and we let him go outside. 2 weeks later, Synchronize is like, yo boy, I'm coming over. We haven't seen each other in a long time. It's like the vibes in this house are like next level, because I got the homies coming through to Jersey. My Jack wasn't living here for a while. He was with my mother-in-law, so he was back in the house and like was getting situated. All of my cats were here, you know what I'm saying? Like it was great. Nova just decided this was it. I'm good now. Synchronize came over. My girl opened the door, let Synchronize in. Nova ran out, which was completely typical. Never came home again. Vanished. December 31st, 2021. That's it. 2020. Sorry. Literally, how he showed up on my doorstep is how he left me. With a really cool story, essentially. And a lesson. I still don't know what to make of the whole thing. I'm still learning from it, honestly. But it's been quite the experience, to say the least.